a lot of mountains and waterfalls. So I see waterfalls. I see a lot of birds. I see you, little figure of you, and you live in the nest with the birds. And then you turn into a big bird, gray and white, and you fly out with them. Sometimes you don't turn into a bird, like a hybrid, and you just sit on your favorite bird, Chrysolius. I mean, it's like Chrysolius, but you call him Chris for short. Almost looks like a crow, but a very light gray, beautiful color, like this light gray with white. Where do you fly? You know, I feel like you in it's a world. I'm going out, zooming out. It's a planet. It's like a moon for some system, for the blue sun system, but it's and it's like a marble. It looks from far away. It's kind of like has a horizontal. Uh, it seems like a cloud system, but it's not a cloud system. It's just fumes, and they're circulating around like rings. But the whole planet looks like light gray to transparent white. And it's 6 to 7 dimension, depends where you're at. Are you at the bottom or at the top of the planet? Because it somehow connects like a bit system to some other planets. No, it's the same planet, but in different frequency zones. It's just saying. It's a moon system of the blue sun planetary system. It's Pleiadian system, and you're friends with Arcturians because I see the connection over there. You say you're more Arcturian now than Pleiadian, but you say don't think that the soul is Arcturian. It's not like that. It's just my experience is mostly done on Arcturus, an Arcturus system of planets. But right now I'm here in the moon system of the Pleiadian blue sun solar system, and from which I transitioned to Earth because I had to collect the souls that were stolen from the bottom of the planet AZ-12. It's a satellite, little planet satellite of the moon we're on right now. That's where we grow children, we raise children, and children are the children from that system. What happens is when we breed children with our thoughts and desires, first we spend, it's hard to say because you have time, you don't, until they are craving to be on their own and make their own decisions, and they come and truly unfold their own true selves to be different, because before that age they are the same. We meet their common demands for growing energetically and absorbing the knowledge from us, but then we take them, we put them on the white spaceship that resembles much like a plane of yours. It has 3 wings, like a rocket, or like an Airbus, and we transport them to that AZ-12 planet, which is the satellite to our moon. And that's when kids just run wild and explore themselves because nobody influences them. Nobody's there to figure stuff out for them. It's like a play platform and it's beautiful. It's like a beautiful water with sand. It has everything that you can imagine: the mountains, the jungle, the forest, the meadows, and they just go to the zone that they feel most comfortable with or at regarding and according to their vibrational frequency that they developed, because each soul kind of jumps to a certain level, and the jumping, it's a different speed. So you never know, but that's why you need to let them be themselves and never influence them. When you're next to them, you kind of do, because they read your thoughts, you read theirs, and you automatically form an opinion. But in that, they interact only with beautiful animals, and they're given a chance to create what they want. They create animals, they create vehicles, they create buildings, they create all kinds of stuff. And the idea is they usually create something even more beautiful than we created as we are when we were kids or when we're adults at this point, because soul is always being transformed and creative abilities are growing in a way. But there was a black, round, metallic spaceship that came and had spikes, which resembles much a cell. It's like a viral cell, a virus that you draw. That cell was carrying this big, stinky beings. They're very tall. They have semi-transparent skin, and their head resembles a big heart on top. They're very mean. They have these little black eyes, and we saw that happening, but we couldn't do anything because they sprayed something in the atmosphere of this. It was a gray steam that when you approached it with our spaceship, it was like glass. We couldn't get through. It was pushing us back, because I see like it goes in and goes out, like it can get out. It's like a plasma like thing. It's a high technology that those beings have. They came from Alpha Centauri. They're very dangerous, and kids knew, but there's nothing they could do. And they took 30% of the children, and 2 of them were mine. And that's why I came to Earth. I was searching, I knew there's a tracker device. It's much like a mosquitoes that you have, but it's made out of metal. It's invisible. We have that technology. It attaches to either your energy sphere or your energy field. And we attached it, that tracker, to as the spaceship was going through portals. It showed that they incarnated all the souls on the planet Earth in third, the densest dimension you can imagine. And that's a dimension when it's like when you hear about it, you feel pain because you know how hard it is to be in a metal cage that you carry on your feet. And then somebody's always trying to hit you with microwaves, switching your thoughts from the ones you have, from your true ones, to the artificial ones. And that's why you, in a way, you're sitting inside a microwave and you're constantly hit by them. These microwaves you can't even see. And you don't understand why you make this decision or that decision, or you do this or that. But all these beings attached to the mom you're facing right now in this conversation, and her kids, male and female energies. There's a smaller one, is a very kind of male, but it has an ability to change. But the older one looks like a girl, like a female energy, like a flowy, soft, light type energy. Those are the ones, and she found them. She's been through 18 lives. This is her 19th life. She finally found them. She has markings on her body she may not be aware of, but because she was fighting with the beings to get to the planet Earth to find her children, and because every time in between incarnations they would take her to the ship and they would try to implement different technologies into her body, and they would try to keep her away from the wind of incarnations of those souls she came to find, but she would fight her way through it, and she would jump into the portal, and they would try to, it's like a fish on a hook. She would have to leave her body here and there to get off the hook and damage herself. And she learned to cover her wounds inside, deep inside, with this, it's like a mask. You actually do wear like a mask. It's a very like energy mask, and it reminds me of silicone. That's what it is. It's like a thin gray silicone that covers your face, and it's like, you know that they supply you with some personality, but you try to suppress that personality and keep the one. You have like little, you call it my cubicle system, and there's like little cubes all over the body, like that black tiny cubes, like from a Rubik's cube almost, and they're everywhere in your body. I see some in your toes, in your calves, in your back, in your hips, in your arms, the mask here, and there's like, they're itching here, like this to here. And there's a conglomeration, there's like in here too. That's how they kind of use it as like signal reception center when they try to make you do something you didn't feel like doing according to your intuition, but you still did what they wanted you to do because they influenced this part, is those cubes. Each cube has it's like an altar, it's like a personality. It's like there are actually 18 of them. So each cube, the programs from the other life. And they search, they have this big screen. It's kind of like floating above their table, and they search, like, okay, in this situation, if we want her to do this thing, which cube we should open to use what personality trait we can pull in from the other life of hers to influence her in this life, or what kind of situation we can create through pain here or there, or through the migraine, or some when you feel uncomfortable with your body. And they do it a lot because there's also like a big book of 28 pages. Interesting, the 8 is dominant, like a number here everywhere. It's a green book because you have this, it's like I see your energy being green. It's like a malachite color. I don't know how to, like there's a stone, the green. And I see there's this guy, like this alien standing, They smell so bad. I don't know what it is. It's almost like rotten fish. Because I'm telling you, like, shield them with something, and you say, oh, maybe I should put them inside the container with rice pudding or an apple pie. Um, because there's four of them, there's three, but then the fourth one came with the book was 20 pages. I don't know, it's just like 20 pages for sure in it. And on top of the book, there is this, how do you call this in English thing? The kids spin, it's like a little spinner toy. When you put it on the surface and spin and it keeps spinning. Don't remember English word, but whatever. And it's attached to the book on top, and it's like golden, yellow, and red handle, and they keep like spinning and spinning and spinning. It's like they activate you more and more and more. There's like activation for the next life, for the next life, for the next life. And the idea of your lives, you're supposed to spin like that expression, a squirrel in the wheel or the hamster in the wheel. A different languages, different animal, but you like constantly have to do stuff. It's like non-stop, and you are wearing your body so fast. And I see the other lives, they would turn you off at the age of 50, 55, 50, like 65 was the longest of them. Yeah, when you were in England. Johnny. Yeah, it's like 16th century. That was your longest life. But you lost your, no, you didn't lose. You became like, you decided to live your family there. Because this thing about you really give away everything you have inside and outside for your family. When you have family. But deep down, it's kind of like everything you do, and you have to do a lot. You're covering up your wounds, your mental, emotional wounds they have that are kept in this 18 cubes. And I see you pulling out the cubes, and oh, there's this cluster of cubes in the heart. Like I feel the pain right here. Like that's why you're taking it out right now. Under the breast here. Oh my. Like every time you take it, I feel where it is. And then I see like you created a tray. Oh, you got the chocolate trays. You took them out too, and you piled them up, and on top of them I see like the little cubes piled up of those programs from all this 18 lives. Because 19's life is still being formed. That was in the heart. Took that out too. You took the mask off. Now you can be yourself. Then it's not gonna control you. And you're feeling with your own light this area. Because it's really like, it's like it gives you headaches, this area with the words cluster of cubes. And your energy is like, it changes. It changed from green to orange, kind of like nice, warm orange, like positive vibes. And it's kind of like it's like a icy inside, like I don't know, icy blue. That would be the color, I guess, with the golden kind of shine, like golden sunshine, but it's pretty cool and fresh. Because actually the moon, where you lived before this first life here, it was like cold temperatures, like it feels cold. I get like the breeze, but it's very nice. And there's something about you like When you stand by the body of water and it gives you the cool, fresh feeling. I'm basing in it right now from you. And it's you're filling up like that, your energy sphere with that freshness. It's like when the lake gets covered with ice and the first day it's like the smell is so good, like fresh and cold. So the energy bodies were connected to those cubes, but you just cut the connections off. You just cut them with your mind, and they fell off. They got dry and fell off. You opened the portal. You took the book. You're frying. You say you're frying it now with candles. You're just like burning it out. Oh, and you also, as I'm seeing you burn that, you're also doing another thing. 56 strands of DNA. 4 of them were modified through experimentation, through emotions, situation, emotion, connection. And you are redoing them, you are pulling out them, and you are flexing the other ones in order to be in order. Okay, fix the DNA. Oh, you have a lot of hybrid children. Wait. I'm looking at the spaceship inside through the window. The window is actually at the bottom of the spaceship. There's like a big container. It looks like a big, like a big tube or something, but it's very wide. It was like a pool. It was gel substance. And oh, it's interesting. They get out and they get back in. It's a hybrid. It's just like between human, but they're saying that they took like 13 to 25 type. It depends on each one for hybridization program. It's just a wild thing, but I get the number 56, just like the number of your strands of DNA, how many children they created. Wait, I'm asking you what you want to do. They have those big eyes. You can actually uncreate them. And you nod and you say, okay. Okay, you go to your childhood. Bad dreams of terror. That's when they were taking your DNA. You're like almost like 2-year-old, 4-year-old, like this. They would come for you, take you on a spaceship. They take your DNA samples and bring you back to bed. You'd be missing for 2 hours. The physical would take you. So. Yeah, you're just going to all these timelines and you're ripping the timelines out. It's kind of like not the timelines, the events of abduction, physical abduction. Yeah, you took them all out at 16 times and they died in childhood. You cancel them, and it almost looks like somebody took like a brush. It's like you're covering it with blanco. You cannot see it and doesn't exist anymore. It cancels out the event. Yeah, they created artificial planetary systems where they use 6 of your clones. I see 5, but then I see the 6 in the making. It's a machine, kind of like blended, or yeah, like it's the weirdest thing. The Kefa body is metallic, Kefa body is skin type. Different parts. You want to disconnect from those clones. Because DNA samples you destroyed already. Other clones are just gonna turn off. There's nothing they cannot use them anymore. Okay. I see how you're pulling the there's an energy strap connected to your energy sphere, and you're pulling it like a cord, and the spaceship. There's something in the corner. What is this, like fuzzy stuff, like worms? You're wearing gloves, and you pulled the whole spaceship with those. It's Italians call it testacore. It's like the head looks like a heart. Alien beings. They're like thin bodies and these huge heads, and you can literally see the brain inside. You pull them in and you push them through the portal, so they went into there. They disconnected from your energy sphere, so they cannot influence you anymore. So you completely like cleansed everything in your energy sphere and around you, changed all the timelines. It's kind of like you had them but you didn't. You're saying it's more like a fairy tale, that you know the story, you know it was you, but they don't exist anymore and they cannot influence you anymore in this life, and nobody can use them against you anymore, like use them as a conductor of influence. That's it. I feel like relieved. But your connection to water and waterfalls, there's something about it, because you keep showing me waterfalls and mountains and waterfalls all the time. Like that's your place of power or something, because I just feel it. That it's just the place you love. I see two kids running around you. So those two souls that you liberated, that you came to liberate. Okay, so I don't know. I should probably turn this off because that's the first part. Oh, I went so fast as usual.